Hey guys, it's Geoffrey. Check out the official gear of the North Star Sports Podcast. That's pickandshovelwear.com. Get 20% off right now when you use the promo code NorthStar. That's right, 20% off when you use the promo code NorthStar. Great Minnesota sports gear at pickandshovelwear.com. That's pickandshovelwear.com.
Slow moving.
What?
Inattentive.
What?
Dull.
What?
Shows a lack of motivation.
What?
Constantly snacking.
It's funny because he's fat.
Awesome. We just the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bullshit? Bullshit. We played them in the third game. Everybody played three quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Run that over here. What the fuck wrong with this?
This is the #1 radio show.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
Welcome to North Star Sports Podcast, where we continue to be the semi-pro of sports talk or even sports broadcasting. I'm Matt Geoffrey. Alongside me today is Justin Ekstrom.
Hello, hello.
And of course, like always, the sports governor of Minnesota, Mr. Vince Wright.
What is going on, everybody?
Of course, we're on iTunes, SoundCloud, iHeartMedia, Spotify, TuneIn, Ironic Radio, and the Internet Radio Network. Here's what's on the docket today, as you probably could tell, or if you're a live listener, which nobody is because this is a podcast. We have kind of a combined of not one but two shows together, I guess. We're going to be talking about Twins, obviously, because they're going to be kicking off or hitting off. Would you call it kicking off, or would you say tip it off? Or
any type of euphemism you want is just fine.
Okay. I wasn't quite sure how you would make that sound good. We'll talk about the Twins. Gronk retired. The Golden Gophers made an okay run in the NCAA tournament. We'll talk about the Timberwolves and the Wild, and we'll have my news of the weird, and we'll update our bracket challenge. So we got a lot of stuff. We were going to have the skipper from the Saints, but our schedules didn't mix at the right time. We wanted him. We originally did have him, and then we had some issues. So he said next time we'll for sure when his roster finalized, and it does make sense, so we can talk to him then when that happens. So we're looking forward to having him on the show in the next couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah, indeed. Wow, yeah, you made it through there. Very nice.
I did. And that was all pretty much all in one breath. I'm proud of myself.
It sounded like it at the end.
So I don't know about you guys, but
sounded like he was upstairs with the lady friend or something.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know what that is.
Hey.
Okay, Forrest Gump.
Mama sure does school about your schooling, boy.
That's dirty.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Continue.
I posted on our Facebook page that there's a photo of me, and I was trying to do a caption challenge. And some people did. Some people actually took it pretty well. Some people just looked at it and then walked right by. Over 400 people and didn't say shit. Anyways, my friend Dan has said, here's what it is. It's literally me looking down at a sheet. And anybody who knows me, and if you're one of the 5 people who listen to the show on a regular basis, know that I suck at reading. Not like suck. I am horrible at reading. The South Dakota school districts have failed me completely, or I just failed it. Either or. I suck at reading. And so I put this out there. I said, Geoffrey sucks at reading, so caption this. What is Geoffrey reading? And my friend Dan said, baby sharks, do, baby shark, do, which makes sense. I probably was reading something like that. I thought one of the you, Justin, what the hell were you going to say?
I don't know. I was like, no matter what somebody says, please let Vince reread it.
Yeah,
that was funny. That was some funny shit.
I'm not a smart man.
We're 2 for 2 on Forrest Gump references.
Here's sidetrack number 1.
Okay, go on.
Do you think my side piece, Miss Lindsey Vonn, is at the Wild game tonight with that
the smoke show?
A Subban character?
Very much so. She's a smoke show.
She was last game. She probably staying at home.
Nah, she's retired. I bet she's there.
She's got to be somewhere in there.
Let's find out.
I got eyes on her. By the way, Nashville still up 1-0 as we.
There's a shock.
Get towards the end of the second period.
I was reading something. The Wild, out of their however many games it's been, they've been scored on first 55 of them.
Thanks a lot, dude, Nick.
That's ridiculous.
Well, they got a stat up right now. Rookie scoring February. Ryan Donato leads with 21 points.
That's sad because we just picked him up.
Yeah, exactly. But there you go. Wild up.
I give a reason why Dubnyk struggles so much at home. There's plenty of Rockets in the stands in Minnesota. If you don't know what Rocket means, those are pretty decent or really good-looking girls.
Rockets?
So, yeah, it's a hockey terminology.
Oh, okay, so that's why the black guy would know this, I guess. I don't know.
Correct. That's why.
I'm just saying, you know.
That one's on you.
I know. I didn't think you would get it, Vince, but, you know, it was a shot. And I didn't think you would. Anyways, no, I got a sidetrack for you as well, too.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by all the Rockets on TV.
That was my finger blaster too.
I guess.
I'm looking at a dog for this potential new house that we're gonna get in April, and there were some good looking dogs. Like I don't know what to get. What do you guys suggest? I grew up with a Border Collie and a German Shepherd. Don't all talk at once.
Man, you don't seem like so. Okay, I don't know. You want me to say this like on the podcast and stuff? Like,
well, yeah.
The people
that's why.
Look on Justin's face right now.
No, I just mentioned this on the show.
Here's my thing. One thing at a time, dude. Take one thing at a time. Get into your fucking house for a little bit. Figure out how much room you have, then get a fucking dog. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't want one. Well, I want one right away, but at the same time, I don't.
Correct. Just give it a little bit. Figure out what your house is like the best at. Like, what do you like best about your house? Is the dog going to ruin the best part of that house? Don't get that type of dog. That's the way you'd start that way. My wife is a big time pet expert. She knows everything about dogs. Give yourself some time.
Apparently, she married one.
It's true. It's true. Anyway,
you rascal.
Yeah, she just grooms dogs, but she knows the breeds and stuff like that. She doesn't groom. God, I fucking hate that soundboard. Anyway,
by the way, this soundboard is literally this. It's all just
I know,
an
but I still hate it.
No, you don't.
Anyway,
get him, Justin.
Get out.
Well, I'm just saying you are basically the equivalent of a lab that has zero training whatsoever. So you're just like, just get into your house, figure out what you like best about the house, then worry about a dog. You'll find out what kind of dog you both like. Just give it a little bit of time. Don't fucking do it right away. Dogs are a lot of work.
Yes, Father.
Just letting you know.
Thanks, Dad.
But anyway, you can't go wrong with it. There are so many great breeds, and I'm sure you'll be great with any of them. Just figure out what you'll be best at first.
And what the house can accommodate as well. I mean, you know, do you want a big dog, little dog? Is the yard fenced in? I mean, what are we dealing with square footage wise? You know, is Fido going to mess up the inside like Jam Master Justin, Miracle from Malacca was saying earlier? I mean, come on. Just chill, man. Chill.
Okay, well, we already established that I'm the lab of this group, and I'm like, let's go! We gotta go now! Hurry! There's for previous conversations, for people who do not know, Justin and I had this conversation, I don't know, on the phone a while ago, that I'm like a lab. There's no, like, thinking of things. It's just a go.
He's just happy to see you. He's just happy that somebody's saying hi to him.
Yeah.
What, you want a treat? I want a treat. I want a treat.
You give me attention. And then... And then Vince is what? Vince is like that older dog who's seen everything. He's like, oh, whatever.
The bloodhound.
Wow, yeah, the old bloodhound.
Yeah,
I like that.
He knows. He's got every scent in that nose, man. He knows. He knows everything.
There you go.
He's the wise man.
And then Justin, that bulldog, that bulldog.
Yeah. I'm a cross between that and something that's not good at anything. I'm probably like a pug, like we have. Just is there.
True.
I can cuddle.
I like to cuddle too, but it leads to other things. But that's a different story for
real quick, before we actually do talk some sports, Justin, are you in the doghouse or are you not in the doghouse?
Idiot.
I am not in a doghouse anymore. I think we're okay. She gave me the silent treatment for about 28 hours or so. I had to make nicey nice, had to like text basically all day long and see. And then finally she's like, hey, do you want to... Thank God it was our niece's birthday party because she had to talk to me and tell me to go out to eat for that.
You got me interested for a quick minute when you were like, hey, do you want to...
Yeah, me too.
What?
Go on. Hey,
what
Justin,
did you do at that birthday party? What?
Breaking it in different ways.
You broke it in at your niece's birthday party?
Nice.
No, I wish, man. That was right in the middle of
Miracle from Malacca.
Yeah, I am. It's true, man, but I'm not good at smoothing that over. That was a mistake, but it was fun as hell that Thursday.
What was it? One of these type of things when you got home?
No, you guys want me to describe what exactly happened? Because
if you want to, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because we've kind of talked about it in private and maybe some employee stuff.
So I made some stupid choices and came home, and she's standing at the top of the staircase with her hands on her hips. And I'm just like, doing just fine. I started making some tacos that she made earlier in the day. And she's like, are you eating my fucking tacos? I was like, no. But she's like, oh, shit. You're drunk. You're right. Wait, she knew. So then no one can actually see this because it's a podcast and you're just listening to it. But I looked at the top of the steps and went, hey, like Squints from Sandlot, freaking looking up with all like gooey-eyed and shit. That
went over
and she's like,
right?
Oh my God. That was the worst. Like, that was the biggest mistake. Was trying to make...
You poked the bear, man. You antagonized her when she was PO'd at you. And if you would have came and saw the big dog down the block, a.k.a. the Gov, I could have told you this beforehand. But, dude, don't poke the lady when she's on the top of the stairs looking down at you pissed off.
I try to poke every night and it doesn't work.
And then I've never seen so fast. Like, I was kind of digging in. She had her allotted tacos for the school or not for work the next day. She had them sitting off all nice. There I am, all drunk, just grabbing into it, going,
what an animal.
just eating whatever I freaking can. And then all of a sudden she's there. That's my stuff. Starts snatching out of mid-hand. Anything I was going to eat, she throws in the garbage. Damn. I'm like,
it's cold-blooded.
It's not going well. So then I just went to bed, and I am so glad I did not feel bad the next day because I had to work all day, 12 hours.
Loser.
And, my coworker that was there with me, she was much, much worse than I was. And it was fantastic. Like that's the only part that I wish my wife was like talking to me about so I could tell her how bad she was so I could describe to her how much better I was.
That's good.
Yeah, and that would go over real well, Justin.
Yeah, and she did not.
My coworker's more fucked up than I was. So.
But I was pretty bad.
Give me some booty, you know. I mean,
there was none of that. I'll be on hiatus for that one for a while.
Good luck.
Exactly. No play for Mr. Skin over here.
What a loser.
No play for Mr. Gray. Rejected. You guys remember that commercial?
Yeah, hey, Just for Men, a company that probably has a picture of me on their board chair, over in the chair board. I can't, now I sound like Matt.
Shut up, fuck off.
What the fuck
but you're not
going on? Jesus Christ.
Man, so sports are cool, right?
Yeah, exactly. Can we talk
sports? Are good. All right.
Oh, prepare yourselves. The boys are going to talk about Twinkies.
We're gonna win, Twins. We're gonna score. We're gonna win, Twins. Watch that baseball soar. Knock out a home run. Shout a hit hooray. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today.
Fine.
Minnesota Twins this Thursday, opening day. Somebody say something, please.
Brios is, I believe, starting for us. I didn't really look. Once again, as the official unofficial owner of the Minnesota Twins, I have officially did not look at the starting lineups rotation or for anybody else. Well, I know that Kluber is starting for them.
Let me ask you guys this. I mean, yeah, we can go through the lineups and stuff, yada yada yada. We know what that is. But a few of the baseball periodicals, as us old people used to say, are picking the Twins as a sleeper to win the division. How do we feel about this? I know we haven't played game one, obviously. New manager, new way of looking at things as the Twins kind of become part of this metrics-driven baseball league. How are you guys feeling, Matt? You're the big Twins dude here, followed by Jam Master Justin, the non-loving Justin, as he's going to be for a couple weeks, but... What do you guys think, though, seriously, about those Twins and them possibly overtaking Cleveland and taking this division?
I think that they have a very good shot at taking Cleveland. I don't know if they could have enough mustard to make it in or make it or win the division. A good chance that they make it in the postseason, but I don't think they would have enough to make it or win the division. But I think it'd be really close between Cleveland and Minnesota.
Well, you got to look at it here as what has the rest of the division to supplant themselves as that much better than the Twins. Honestly, who are you scared of any of the moves that Cleveland made? Are you scared of any of the moves that the White Sox made? Nope. And Detroit just looks really, really old all of a sudden. Yeah. So, I think 85 games could win this division. Do I think this Minnesota Twins squad can win 85 games? Absolutely.
Pretty close. I think Cleveland didn't do anything. They lost a couple players, but they didn't really bring anybody in. What was it? Kansas City didn't do shit. White Sox kind of, but not really. Minnesota's the only team that they actually did something in the offseason. So that's awesome to see, and I'm hoping that we're finally open up the pocketbook and we can start spending some money and start winning some type of titles again, and maybe get out of the old way of Twins doing the Twins way, which is let's just pull the ball. Let's not try to go, our own natural skill. Let's just be the old school Twins and small ball it, which sucks.
Yeah, exactly. And, the Twins way worked at one point in time. But like everything else is, things change, technology improves, the processes change. And I'll be perfectly honest. For the first time in probably 2 or 3 years, I'm kind of excited to see what this team can do. At least, obviously, to get out of the gate here and maybe position themselves, to put together some wins here early on and get a jump on things. And it really would be fun to get back over to Target Field and watch some meaningful baseball.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like, hey, let's go to a Twins game and maybe just enjoy being outside on a summer's evening. Mm-hmm. And, you don't really care about what's going on in the field. You're just hanging out, drinking some brews, eating some good food and all that stuff. But, if this squad can really come prepared and, it's going to be very... I've always liked Rocco Baldelli as a player, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm very excited to see what he can do as a manager, and I'm very excited the Twins took a shot on him because he's not a Minnesota dude. He's not from the organization. And as I've said on this show many times, I love the state of Minnesota. I love being a Minnesotan. But sometimes just because a person's from Minnesota doesn't necessarily mean they should be given a job automatically. And I thought we really need to take a shot with this next Twins hire. So I'm wishing them all the best. I'm going to try and get out to a game. Even as nice as the weather's supposed to actually be this Thursday, and we got lucky with that, I need it to be a little bit warmer for me. I need sun and all that warmth to really enjoy it. But I am actually looking forward to getting into a few Twins games this year.
I'm saying, as long as it's like 60, 70 degrees,
exactly, yep.
Sun shining down, I'm okay with it. Then I'll go out. But when it's like 50-some degrees, unless you're in the press box.
Right, yep, because it's like, hey, 50 is good, but if the wind's blowing 10 miles an hour, all of a sudden it feels like 30. So,
yeah.
I'm not down with that.
Not either.
What do we think here? Miguel Sano, again, injured. I mean, look, we've already had to talk about this guy. Justin, what do you think about Sano? I mean, we all know the potential is there. Don't know about the off-the-field habits sometimes, but do you think he's going to be back soon?
I don't think it's going to be soon at all, to be honest with you. I think from what I've heard from a lot of pundits, from whatever they're talking about, they're going to steadfast on this one. They're going to stay really close. Just kind of watch him go through. Like, I mean, as we all know, and maybe not so many people said it, but how interested in going through the day in and day out grind was this guy? Like, he doesn't seem like he was even all in on being a professional baseball player last season.
Right.
And so, I mean, now he comes in 25, what did I hear, 20 to 25 pounds lighter, look at a little more fit, look at a little quicker type of deal, and then he has to deal with that injury. So now, man, I heard up to a month, but I'm not sure. What do you believe right now? Like, new management, new guys, like, are they going to tell us straight out, oh, yeah, we're going to take them day by day? No, they're going to be like, yeah, we're not sure.
Yeah,
they're not going to give us straight answers.
I have a feeling that Snow. Well, I guess what I heard earlier today that they took this boot off. I guess 1 week, 1 week too early, which I don't know what that means, but
only the
I don't know. Yeah, I'm about over it with him, and I mean, he had that one really good year, and he can play defense pretty good, and I don't know. It's just a little shit. Every year, something just little, and it just progresses. And it gets worse.
And it's funny you say that, Matty G, in the place to be, of course, because that brings us to Byron Buxton. And you can honestly, literally, I think after listening to what you guys just said, you can almost literally just hit replay and just insert the name Byron Buxton. I mean, we've seen it before. We know he's probably the best defensive center fielder in baseball, probably the best defensive outfielder in baseball.
Yeah.
But the guy just can't put the bat on the ball consistently. He's had streaks where he's teased us.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, to really compliment and round out the package of Byron Buxton being the Twins' #1 guy for these past few years, I mean, we got to see it at the plate because that's what's going to help him. I mean, he's I don't want to say he's useless, but offensively he's useless if he's not on base. I mean, then, you can't steal bases when you're not on base. You can't get that pitcher thinking if you're not on base, like, hey, I got this speedster over here. Not only may he steal second, he may try and take third on me if he gets to second,
Yeah.
And, obviously defensively, stud, nobody better, all that stuff. But I kind of feel the same way like you guys just said about Sano. I want to see it from Byron Buxton now. And if he can't do it, hey, man, I'm open to bringing it in because we got to get back to some winning baseball up here.
I agree. I think it's like you said. You look at Sano. Is he on his way out? Possibly. You could trade him for something. I was
going to say that. Yeah.
Not now. I would wait to see how the middle of the season goes. Buxton, if he has the same if he has the same spring like he had this year and translate it into the regular season, he's going to be a beast, and that's what I like to see. So hopefully we'll see some positive in the outfield this year for Buxton.
Any thoughts, Jim Master?
Well, for me, I think it's more than just about Buxton. We're going to see what this new regime, what kind of thoughts they have on some of these younger guys right out of the get-go as to how they handle Byron Buxton. Are they going to want him just to be himself and not care about his speed and try to hit for power like he did at the end of what was that? The end of 2017 or end of 2016, where he was hitting doubles and doing. That was kind of fun to watch. Like, he had this strange confidence all of a sudden when they weren't trying to teach him how to bunt and try to get on base that way. It is important that he's on base, but they got to figure out what they want to do with him. As soon as they figure out what they want to do with him and he can figure out what he does best and then just let the guy play the game, I think they can be okay. We're going to find out what Rocco Baldelli's all about. And you got to remember, Rocco Baldelli was kind of like Byron Buxton, too.
Justin,
so,
I got a question for you, Justin. What if letting him play just results in kind of what we've seen here recently? A 240 batting average, maybe a week or two here of some good hitting, some home runs, some doubles, things like that. And it just winds up being kind of the same old. Do you maybe make a move again? And then this all depends on how this team does, obviously. But if you're, let's say, if they don't do a whole hell of a lot, do you look to maybe move him mid-season and see what you can get, or
his movability is going to depend on his production?
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, and I just thought of that as soon as you said that. So who wants to trade for a guy that's hitting 220 or something? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he can, give me an on-base percentage, like hitting 220 isn't that bad, but getting me an on-base percentage of that 360, 370. A little bit better where he's on base and he can steal 40. Okay, let's see it. I'd be okay with that, but you just got to figure out the rest of your lineup too. And then right now he doesn't have a slot where he can lead off. Nah, I don't think he's that. Number two, I don't know. Is he a 6 or a 7? Where do you even put him in this lineup right now?
Their old traditional me would say, the Twins way would say keep him at 1, but Kepler will be your leadoff. Will be your leadoff this year. That's already been announced. So he'll probably be a 6, 7, maybe even 8.
Yeah, and then
down there.
Then you have whoever you have. Williams Astudillo chased him around the base paths, I guess.
That dude is hilarious.
He's by far one of my favorite Twins that I know the least about right now, just because we've had about 180 days of him, and I love it. I'm all about it. The turtle.
Well, Justin, you're going to be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Justin, you're actually going to be at the opener, if I'm
asshole.
I am going to be at the opener, but I don't think I'm going to be pressed, which isn't all that disappointing because then I don't really have to pay attention.
All right, now, hey, remember, you got to go home after the game now. Okay?
Actually, I'm staying at a friend's house, but I do have to be back by 8 a.m. Friday morning. So I'm not going to be completely stupid. I'm going to be fairly stupid, but not like completely stupid. I have an actual plan today or this time.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is why this man here is a legend in the town of Malacca, Minnesota.
I don't know if I'm that legend here, but I definitely have some issues.
There's nothing to do in Malacca, so that's what they do. They get intoxicated, they get in trouble. Yeah,
we get in trouble.
There is a Dairy Queen in Malacca, I'm pretty sure. If there's a town over 1,000, there is for sure a Dairy Queen.
Hey, real quick, by the way, watched the movie The Founder yesterday.
That good?
That was the Ray Kroc story, the dude that really kind of... I don't want to... Well, after watching the movie, I was going to say he robbed the McDonald's brothers of their whole thing, but...
Oh, yeah, I do remember seeing that movie.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of an interesting movie because obviously we all have eaten at this restaurant, and it was just kind of interesting to see these two McDonald's brothers and how they really just didn't want any part of Ray Kroc's ideas and all this stuff that made McDonald's obviously what it is.
Yeah.
And how he kind of created this second company to buy the land that all the McDonald's were on and basically just forced the McDonald's brothers out of their business and took the name.
Yeah, and took the name. That's odd. I mean, you don't see that very a lot unless you're just really stupid and then read the fine print, but that's... it was a decent movie. Yeah,
I thought it was just interesting. I'm not saying, this is a Oscar winner by any means, but if you were recovering from a stomach flu and, just getting back on your feet and, just chilling out on a Sunday afternoon, I thought it was kind of interesting. And I did enjoy it. It was just interesting that the McDonald's brothers are just, making the wrong kind of choices and decisions at the wrong time. Like, what did they say at the end of the movie? They were going to have a deal. They were basically going to give Ray Kroc what he wanted. He gave them a blank check to fill out, and he goes, they come back, and they're like, we want 1% of the revenues for perpetuity. And Ray Kroc is like, yeah. They get to the table. He's like, hey, for me to sign these other contracts, we have to do a handshake deal on that 1%. I can't put it in the contracts. And these guys actually okayed that. So they do a handshake deal. Obviously, you know what's coming next. Ray Kroc does not adhere to him. He says, fuck you guys, dummies. And today, at the end of the movie, what they say, that 1% annually that they would have had would have given those guys $100 million every year.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. That sucks. That's why you never do anything. You got to have everything in writing, no matter what it is in life.
And salt in the wound, and I'll get off this, but I just saw it was kind of funny. So the first store in San Bernardino, California, McDonald's. At the end, Ray Kroc comes back, opens a McDonald's across the street, and forces the original McDonald's and the brothers to take down all their signage and change their name.
That sucks.
So then it was just like a big M. Cold-blooded mofo. Man.
It's called Michael's.
Rich, cold-blooded mofo.
Yeah. Exactly.
Painful.
Exactly. Right. But anyway, check it out, The Founder. Very interesting movie.
All right. One thing about Twins, and then Justin, we can go to break. Twins pitching, have they improved? It's basically just a yes or no. Have they improved?
God, I don't know. No,
I don't think so.
I'm going to say no until I see it. I mean, because quite honestly, I haven't watched Spring Break. I haven't really kept up on a whole lot of Twins news because at this point, I just want to see it. Spring Break is used for so many different things that I think it's still kind of unfair to draw some conclusions. But hey, if the pitching does improve, Matt, then it's game on. So I'm again very excited to get the season started and see what they got.
I do have breaking news about the Minnesota Twins. It'll be really quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
I have the opening day official roster as of 2 hours ago for the Minnesota Twins.
Then that's not necessarily breaking news.
Well, for us it is. I'll just go over really quickly. The catchers will be Jason Castro, Mitch Gardner, William. What the fuck is his name?
Hold on, I thought this was the starting lineup. We're starting.
No. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go through everybody. The Sturdy Turtle. You have Cronin, Austin, Scope, Polanco, Gonzalez, Adriana Ease. I don't fuck who the hell got it knows. Buxton, Rosario, Kepler.
Edge Ganza? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that was tough.
Justin Ekstrom,
read him hurt. I can't weed. Cave, Cruz. Pitchers will be Barrios, Gibson, Odorizzi,
Did you
Pena.
Say over easy?
Yeah, I like eggs over easy. And then a whole bunch of people in the bullpen. I'm not going to go through all that, but a bunch of people.
Just listen to the rotation, though, and tell me how just in trouble this is. Well, you kind of did, but this is their rotation. They're 1 through 5 is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Rios, great. Okay, he's probably a 3 on just about any other squad. Odorizzi as a 2. Oh, my God. And then you got Pineda, Gibson, and Perez. He's our only left-hander. He's our only left-handed starter.
I have Perez in the bullpen, but you could be right. He could be that 5th day.
And this is from MLB.com, MinnesotaTwins.com. I would assume this is up to date, but you never know. Like I said, they're pretty close-lipped with new regimes. They don't really want to give away a whole lot of stuff right away, so you never really do know. But his bullpen, I see 2 left-handers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mejia, Rogers.
Yeah. Rogers is kind of the key, and then Trevor May out of the bullpen, like he's
a hit and miss.
Yeah. But
he plays a lot of video games, though.
I am scared, man. I am scared for this bullpen. I am scared for the rotation. Hopefully I'm wrong, but this looks like a minor league rotation.
Again, that's why the Twins are a farm team for everybody else.
I mean, I still think they could win 85 games with the lineup alone, but your ERA is going to be about 6 from what I see right now. Your team ERA, like your bullpen ERA, what was it last year? 6.5?
Something shitty.
Yeah. I hope I go there Thursday. They win like 11-0, and I'm like, whoa! We're winning the series. We're winning the series.
Yeah, don't say that. We probably end up losing anyways.
Yeah,
I don't know, Justin. We should just go to break. It's already heartbreaking news already.
I don't know, man. I did not. I had a lot more faith before I saw the actual rotation. Now I'm just like, oh God. Okay, let's break.
All right. Well.
All right. Well, I guess when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit.
Gophers.
What the hell are we talking? Yeah, Gophers, Gronk retiring, Timberwolves, Wild, News of the Weird. We'll update our bracket as well, too. You're listening to the North Star Sports Podcast.
Giggity bracket shout.
Oh, shut up. We'll be back in a little bit.
I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
Find us on Facebook, North Star Sports Podcast.
You gotta work tomorrow? Fuck it, call in sick. Your boss says, you don't sound sick. Say, well, I'm fucking my sister. Does that sound sick enough for you? He won't let you come to work and tell him that shit. You stay your sick ass at the house, fucking your damn sister. What the hell's wrong with you? I told you I was sick. Hell, I got up this morning. I had breakfast at Denny's. Damn near made me sick. You ever eat there? That is a shitty restaurant. Walked in there by myself. The hostess walks up to me and goes, how many? One of them people you just want to ask, what's it feel like to be a fucking idiot? Hell, maybe I brought 15 people I didn't know about. You ever seen a woman that makes you go, oh, shit? They work at Denny's. They got them tight brown polyester britches on with dimples in their butt. You don't even want to eat when you get in there, damn place. Looks like they've been hit in the back of the legs with a bag of nickels.
You do everything in your car, from talking to friends to watching a movie to turning tricks with a coworker. So why should you get out of your car to eat? At Up and Atom, we're from a time when America didn't worry about global warming, cholesterol, or who could vote. Drive into Up and Atom today. Up and Atom, food from when we were morally superior.
Not named for the sports team that left for Dallas.
Go for a goal, North Stars. Go for a goal.
This is the North Star Sports Podcast.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on.
And welcome back, North Star Sports Podcast, the one and only. This is Vince Wright, the sports governor, coming to you from the great state of Minnesota, along with the secretary of pimpness himself, the miracle man from Malacca, the one that talks like this, like he's from Fargo, the one and only Justin Ekstrom.
Fuck you.
You suck.
And he comes from the Jackrabbit State. He's now a pseudo-gopher. He's on a Minnesota sports podcast, people, but check this out. He's a fucking Detroit Lions fan. Are you kidding
Ouch. Me? I'm not just a Detroit Lions fan.
He's
I'm
also
also
a Dallas Cowboy fan.
I grew up. Okay, knock it off.
The one and only Matty G in the place to be.
I grew up as a Cowboys fan.
Nobody cares how you grew up, son.
Damn, okay, Rock.
Nobody cares.
Oh, yeah, Jesus. Just getting...
Oh, good for you.
Everyone just hates me.
Anyway, we are back. Let's talk about
I guess we are back.
The Golden Gophers. Rick
bitch.
Exactly. All right, Golden Gophers, Rick Pitino. The tournament run is over. A very nice win in round one over the University of Louisville. I say that because all my friends in Louisville. It's not Louisville. It's not Louis. It's Louisville. Louisville.
It's like you have some.
Regardless, good win against the Cardinals. Then you had to play Michigan State, and well, right. Anyway, season ended, I think, on the upswing for the Gophers. Kind of like the Gopher football team. It's not quite grabbing the axe type momentum, but compared to how we were talking about this Gopher basketball team, gentlemen, a couple weeks ago, I think people are feeling better about the Golden Gophers. And I don't know what that sound feedback is, but
I think it's my connection.
Oh, there we go. Okay, but anyway, guys, so Rick Pitino, I think his job is safe, obviously, for the near future, at least next year anyway. God, Matt. Anyway.
Shut up.
How do we feel about the season? How do we feel about where this program is right now? And, with Jordan Murphy going away. And by the way, props to him and Dupree McBrayer. And I forgot I know there's a couple other seniors that I'm just having a mind fart on right now.
That's fine.
But congrats to all the Gopher seniors, in particular Dupree, Jordan Murphy, who's an all-time Gopher. I mean, second in Big Ten rebounds in Big Ten history as of right now. On the scoring list as well, top 2 or 3 there, 4, whatever it is. Definitely will have his jersey retired. I think they should do it next year and just get it out the way, personally.
Damn.
But I think the Gophers have done a pretty good job. We've talked through the course of doing this show, and they've been in some bad spots like the T-Wolves and the Wild as well, but I think they're going to be okay, and I'm, again, looking forward to big things. I really want to see Amir Coffey be a badass next year, though.
Yeah.
The way he played in this tournament is the way he needs to bring it every night, and if he does, people before this season started said that he could be Big Ten, Player of the Year. And I think if he brings that attitude, I think he can. But congrats to the Gophers. Wish they could have went a little further, but I think they did okay.
I think that they, like you said, Patino saved a job. I posted on Twitter that game against Louisville saved his job.
Yes.
We all knew that there was no way they were going to beat Michigan State. I even posted a poll on our Facebook page and Twitter, and people were saying, like, yeah, they could beat Michigan State.
I think it was just people hoping, when you play a conference foe, that third time.
Really?
That, you just hope that something breaks your way this time. I mean, we see it in football all the time. Hey, we're playing the Packers again, this time in the playoffs or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, no, Michigan State, I mean, just too good. Cash is running the point guard for him. Winston is just phenomenal. Lottery pick type of player.
Yeah.
And, when you have one of the greatest coaches to ever coach in basketball, I mean, there's a reason Michigan State is a machine when it comes to their basketball program. And,
True.
And they showed it, and they may be on the collision course to play the other team from Michigan as well.
Could be very good chance, a very good possibility. Speaking of Michigan State, we talked about Izzo and his reaction to one of his players and him yelling at one of his players. People are pissed off about that, and I will tell you, I am not at all pissed off at that.
Way.
There's a bunch of snowflakes in this fucking society. It's fine. I yelled at kids all the time.
Pussification of America.
Basically what it is. Just fucking get over it. It's fine.
He was coaching.
You'd be surprised how many times on a fucking football field that coaches are yelling at players. I mean, not like high school players, but like college players. That happens all the time.
Anybody who's played sports, I mean, I'm sure all of us have been, let's just say, talked to by a coach coming up from, whatever level we got to. And I had no problem with what Izzo did and what he said. And more importantly, the player had no problem with it. Now, I know some people go, oh, well, he's scared. What is he supposed to say? Well, I think if you're a hardcore and a top Division I athlete and you're playing on a top program like a Michigan State basketball team, you can deal with this. He wasn't Bobby Knight. He wasn't grabbing dudes by the throat. He wasn't throwing chairs or doing some other Bobby Knight type shenanigans. He was yelling at the dude. And look, they're trying to win a national championship. This is lose and go home now. So you don't have a bunch of opportunities to get it right. So no issue at all with what Coach Izzo did from the Gov.
For me, it just comes at the time of the game that it came and they were up 22 or something, and the game was basically iced. I think that's what some people had an issue with. Just take them out of the game if you're that mad at them, that kind of thing. I actually don't care because coaches and players, they have that relationship like a father and son, basically. You're coaching this kid for 3 to 4 years. You basically know the ins and outs. You've told him 1,000 times what to do. You told him to pick up that Lego 15 freaking times, and he decided not to pick up that Lego.
And you're fucking step on it.
Yeah, and then you step on it. So that's the thing. They're going to win it. They want to make a run at the national championship.
Sounds like a real life story, Justin. And I'm looking. Justin, by the way, is in Studio A at his palatial mansion, otherwise known as the kids' room. So I think he might actually step on a leg or two in there,
or a Barbie.
Metaphorically and actually.
In this private time, he might put one of those dresses on that's in the background there.
Go on.
I
want to see that.
One's Snow White, the other one's
I was going to say Snow White. We got a little Ariel thing happening over there.
What? What else is that? I think one's Belle. I think one of them's Belle back there. I don't know. They're my kids' stuff.
Put it on. Let's see it.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll have to do a bet where I have to wear like a dress like that, and that'll be fun instead of money.
The wheels are turning.
Yeah, I'm excited now.
Make the bet, and you wear your wife's dress that she wore at your birthday party.
Oh God, no! I actually my birthday party one year I did lose a bet, and I had to wear a one-piece women's bathing suit for the entire first hour of my poker tournament.
Wow!
First hour of my own birthday party.
Gross.
Shut up!
That's gross.
But people, it's weird, man. Like, more ladies like that when they're like, that dude follows through with his bets. He's, that was back when I had muscle still, and they're like, hey, I'm like, I'm happily married.
They were interested in, apparently, right?
Yeah, I think so. Don't worry. I hate that fucking board. Shove that board up your fucking ass.
Come here, bring it. Come get
God
He's
damn it!
You're pushing the buttons.
I'm literally just like waiting for you, and then I'm gonna go. Plop! Got one for you.
Oh God!
Oh, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but anyway, I think the Gophers are set to do big things, hopefully next year, and and Patino's will have a job, and I think that brings a little bit of stability to the program that, quite honestly, wasn't there a couple months ago. I mean, we were all talking that, Patino is probably going to be out the door. I've talked on this show and on my other show, didn't look like...
What show's that?
Sports Done Right. But no,
with who?
The Governor Vince Wright. And for the ladies, you can call me the Big Smooth. Anyway, folks, see, you always do this, and now I lose my train of thought.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're funny. But anyway, Gophers, solid. Did probably his best that they could, and I'm looking for Oturo to mature. Looking for some of these younger guys to start stepping up. And like I said just a couple minutes ago, this team goes as Amir Coffey goes. So, he's really going to have to be the catalyst that drives this thing next year.
Nice.
Well, the first thing they got to figure out is Isaiah Washington. Like, what? Seriously,
he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
he'll probably transfer unless they may sit down during the off season here and try and maybe figure it out, talk it through, see if maybe
there's just... Like, this is why I wanted one of these guys that covers the...
I don't know, Justin. This is New York's Mr. Basketball, from last season. And, sometimes, unfortunately, these things just happen, and I don't know.
One of the guys that's going to go to Illinois, and they'll make a run with him or something.
Well, that's what they were saying, I think, I was listening... Well... What is it, Score North now? 1,500?
Yeah, it used to be 1,500 ESPN, but now it's Score North.
And which is a bone to pick with that station in a minute.
Do it
as well. But
fight.
Well, yeah, let's start a fight right now. Score North.
Let's do it.
Okay, with everything going on right now, think of this. So on Sunday mornings, what I like to do is, for years, probably since. The Malacca Miracle was just a thought in his dad's head. Up on Sundays, I would kind of go get some breakfast or go grab a breakfast sandwich, and I would, pop on the radio listening to the Sids and the Barreros and kind of flipping around from show to show. So this past Sunday, with everything that's going on, by the way, we got Wolves, we got the Twins opening this week, the Wild. Still scratching and surviving, trying to get that playoff spot. And they keep running this 2 to 3 hour Vikings podcast show that starts at like 10. And I'm just like, there's so much more going on right now. Do we have to spend it all on the Vikings? And every Sunday morning, I guess we do. I don't know, man. Score North. I hope they get it figured out, because anybody that can challenge K-Fan, I'm kind of down with, but still a work in progress over there at Score North.
They're trying to go younger.
Well, we have a chance to make it big then.
And I'm still mad at 1,500 for screwing me out of my opportunity to win that show contest.
Bastards!
But I digress. That's a personal thing. Move on. Well, guys, we talked about the Gophers. I got the Wild here on the monitor, still down with 5.5 minutes left, 1-0. Anything can happen, and quite honestly, this team has kind of been good about these 1-goal games and coming back super late in them to tie them and at least get a point in overtime. But here we are at the last 7 games, couple points out of that last spot. I'm going to defer to you hockey gods. How are you feeling about the Wilds? How are you feeling about the Wild? How do you feel about their chances of sneaking in and getting this 8th spot?
Not good. Not good at all. I'm okay. I really don't know. I'm watching, and I really could give two shits less. Ooh, that's a good hit. I just don't give a shit. And I don't know. I'm watching this to watch some hockey.
All right, there you go.
I really don't give a shit anymore because it's the same. We go out there and we shoot and we get our ass kicked and we will go into overtime, or Dubnyk will give up 4 fucking goals, and it's like, well, screw this game, I'm done. Or we'll get into overtime and we'll do something stupid, go into a shootout, and then get our ass kicked because Dubnyk. I don't know. To me, Dubnyk is not really a good goalie. I don't know why people keep saying he is. I don't think he is a really.
I think we're still kind of used to that Dubnyk that we got from Arizona that came in here, lit it up for the remainder of that first season he was here, where he was unbeatable. I mean, the guy was literally almost 1,000% win percentage. It seemed like. And as a Blackhawks fan, I was pissed off that season because I just was like, the Wild are going to win again. This goalie's unstoppable, and he was. But now, like Matt says, he's come back down to earth. I'm sorry, go ahead, bud.
Was that the year where we actually beat the Hawks in a playoff game?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure it probably was. But
we actually beat them for once.
Well, but the thing is, though, with hockey, so if you can just make the playoffs, more so than any other sport, in my opinion, you can get that run going. Because I think with hockey, and Justin, let me know your thoughts here as well, I think home ice or home court, however you want to phrase it for whatever sport you refer to, I think hockey, it matters the least. How many times have we seen teams come in, steal home ice, and it just really doesn't matter. So I think if the Wild can get in it and just find a way, get a lucky goal or two, and who knows what can happen. Do I see that happening? No. No, I don't. And I mean, to be 2 points out, if they're not careful, the Blackhawks are going to catch them at the last.
Stop it.
I mean, the Hawks are only 2-3 points out of this as well. So I don't know, man. I think it's going to, if they don't make the playoffs, grab your popcorn TO style, man, because I'm going to be all over the Minnesota Wild offseason. Does Boudreau stay or go? What happens? Justin, what are your thoughts?
See, for me, no one's really grabbing that final spot. Sure, they've lost. Yeah. They've won 3 of their last 10 games. But they're still only 2 games out. Or 2 points out. They're not even 2 games out. It's just 2 points out. So, man, I don't know. I don't think they get in. It just, they are too inconsistent. Their blue line play is absolutely atrocious right now. Every time they seem to make a mistake, it turns into a goal. And then anytime the other team makes a mistake, they get a shot on goal or they screw it up somehow, make one too many passes. I do like how they're younger. It's just not in the cards this year. It's not going to happen. If it does, great. I'll get behind them again. It's just right now, they are not fun to watch anymore. It's just, you sit there for 2.5 periods going, do something. Something. And then they give up another goal.
I am, Vince, I'm a minute behind you from your TV from my PlayStation View. And I just watch where Nashville is physically beating the shit out of this team.
Well, it seems that they've kind of picked that up, that physicality here in the third period, and especially towards the end of this game. And be quite fair, the Wild have come very close here in the past couple minutes on a couple of real nice opportunities. Puck just not bouncing that way. So I like the pressure that again, it was kind of what I was saying earlier. The Wild have a way of getting this pressure late in games where they get games tied up late. They get them to overtime. They get the point. Occasionally they'll get the 2 points. But let's see what happens here. I mean, it is still only a goal. There is, 2-3 minutes left in this game. Anything can still happen. But yeah, they're probably going to have to pull the goalie here shortly and see if they can get that extra attacker possibly and get it and there he is on the bench, Mr. Devin Dubnyk. So here we go, guys. Do or die.
Can't wait.
You guys find it weird how just recently, it's like on par for everything to come out of to empty the net with like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. It used to be 1 minute. Like you'd right around 1 minute. Like what?
Jam Master Jay, I think they need this win. I mean, they need.
I'm just saying, like all of NHL. Like I'm not talking just Wild, but I'm talking like what happened 6, 7, 8 years ago. Now it's common practice where 2.5, sometimes 3 minutes they're doing that. That's nuts. When you were younger, it was the barometer was 1 minute left. You're like, okay, then we're gonna start.
1 minute left. 1 minute
like
remaining.
a minute and a half. But no, I agree with you. That is something. Now that you said that, yeah. I mean, as I was watching through my internet TV provider, where I'll just say I have all of these sports packages with a wink and a nod.
Free ad.
But I was watching. I can't remember the game. But yeah, it was over 2 minutes left, and they pulled the goalie.
Even with one goal, like even Minnesota State High School, they were down 2 goals and they were pulling them like 3 minutes, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is nuts!"
Well, if you're down a couple, I guess maybe because it's like, look, either we're going to give it up and it's over anyway, but I mean we're down 2, so we got to get going now. But yeah, it is an interesting thing that's been happening here recently.
Wild need to win 4 out of the next 6 to make it in. To seal it.
They got a minute 20 to get this one tied and get the overtime. So let's see what happens here. But
they're minus 20 in point differential right now, or it's like 20 something. I know that it's like 21 or 22, whatever it is, and add one more if they lose 1-0 here. But good,
the pipe that wasn't it? Let's see here in the replay. Yeah, piped it. Wow.
I'll see it in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, piped it.
Yeah.
Hey, but there it is. Who was it? Ryan Donato.
He's the only person who's actually stepped up is Ryan Donato. Hey, Justin, I'm going to throw this out to you while we talking hockey. There's for people who do, actually no one really knows yet, but I'll throw it out there. Justin, there's a chance that we could do some play-by-play hockey in the near future for the Blue Hawks here in town. I would love to do it. I mean, it would only be home games this year, and they would have to pay us because I'm not paying for us. I don't know how it would work or what we would do or what they would provide. I know I could bring my own equipment and stuff, but I don't know how it would work. But would you be interested in doing something like that?
Yeah, well, we were talking about it a little bit, but we'd have to figure stuff out. Like, where are we even doing it? They just want us to do it on the internet.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
it. Well, yeah, there would be no radio station that would do it because they would have their own guys.
Right. Let's beat them up and get paid for it.
I know. So that's why I want to beat it to the punch, so we have the rights to it before it.
Yeah, it would be tough since where are they stationed out of? Like, where are all their home games?
Down to Paul at the facility.
Okay, that's what I thought. But it's like, that's an hour and 20 minutes for me. And
I know, that's what I thought too.
Well, you always got the executive guest suite over here at the Gov's Palatial.
True, he's closer.
Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I don't know, it's something to think about.
Yeah, we can figure out what their expectations are and then go from there.
Yeah. All right. Should we take a break? Then we'll come back. We do Timberwolves, and I guess we are pretty much finished up with the Wild, but I don't know. News of the weird, Timberwolves, and all that good stuff. Justin?
Do we need to take a break, or should we just do it?
Let's just
do it. Let's do it. All right.
Let's just.
All right. Let me. Okay,
well,
you guys.
I mean, honestly, because what are we going to say about? Let's just start with the Timberwolves. What are we really going to say about them that we haven't already said? I mean, now the whole damn team's injured except for Cat and Wiggins. Season over, man. Game over, man.
It's over. It is over. God damn, they
honestly,
suck so bad.
Here's the thing you need to know about the Timberwolves. Are they going to retain Saunders as coach? Which I know people are going to hate me, but going to have to think long and hard about that one. I know people will say, well, hey, man, the team is injured and it's not a fair representation. I just don't know if Saunders is the guy for this crew. And then from there, who's going to be a GM? Who's possibly going to be yet the new coach? So stay tuned. But yeah, just I guess the Wolves, as a guy I was talking to last week before I got ill, said it. I guess the Wolves are not better without Jimmy Butler and Tom Thibodeau. Even though I'm not missing Thibodeau at all.
Me neither. But yeah,
I think what they got to look at is, well, Saunders ended up getting a lot out of D Rose, man. Like, he ended up getting quite a bit out of this guy that it looked like a lot of people were just not impressed with until he, I don't know, lit some type of fire underneath him. Like, you would think Wiggins would see that and be like, hey, this dude's passionate about basketball still, even though he gets injured all the time. He's still passionate about it. Like, maybe I should look a little more interested in playing this game that I'm getting paid $25 million a year for. Like, it would be nice if somebody like Wiggins with all the talent would take over games.
Wiggins is the Joe Mauer of the Timberwolves. And Joe did it on the field, though, however, for the better part of his career. That's the difference. But in terms of personalities, they're kind of the same. They're the whole hum. They're not the rah-rah in your face, just an extra Malacca motherfucker, Not that dude.
Damn.
And, they're just chill. Hey, man, I'm from Canada. Leave me alone, So it's just funny because, Wiggins is a max player. Max contract, and it's all over. Wild lose.
I see that. It's horrible. Fucking pissed. God damn it. I really think that the fucking I'm so pissed off at this game now. The Timberwolves are they'll keep Saunders. I think Rose will probably be done. I think he's going to retire. Cat's the only thing that's been good. Wiggins is fucking atrocious. Everybody else, I don't know.
The air has just gone out of the balloon with that team. In less than a year. I mean, think about it. Think of the day we sign Jimmy Butler, all the kind of fun we have with that leading up until the season. Then we have the season. We're back in the playoffs. We almost win 50 games.
Mm-hmm.
And now it is right back to Minnesota effing Timberwolves basketball.
Same old.
Exactly. Same old. And here's the thing, and this is what I heard today on my drive home from work. If you're Cat, you gotta, you're trying to get people. You're trying to, in this day and age, to recruit people here, and forget the weather aspect of it, because we all know what that is, and we hear that all the time. But think about this, gentlemen. How do you recruit somebody to this particular organization? How do you sell becoming a Minnesota Timberwolf to a hardy free agent? I don't know how you do it, man, because, I have my own questions on Glenn Taylor as an owner. I don't know. Somebody help me out, please.
I said this in the past. I think we actually had a segment about it, but let's fold the team and let's start over.
Well,
just start over. Fuck the team. Let's get new ownership in. New colors, new everything, new stadium.
Because then they'll just take it from us.
That's fine. We might as well. No one goes anyways, do they?
Well, that's the thing, too. Think about it. All the money on the remodeling of Target Center and everything else that's gone on down there.
We got better concerts that people go to compared to a fucking Timberwolves game. Garth Brooks is coming into town next couple weeks.
Hey, and here's the thing. Wow. Blame it on his roots.
Wow, that was good, Vince. Good job.
They did that remodeling for the Lynx, and the Timberwolves just got the piggyback. That's all.
Yeah, that
I'll tell you what, the Lynx are the ones who deserve it because they've brought us 4 rings at least. But yeah, man, I mean, in all seriousness, I am just really perplexed, really disappointed, and really honestly, guys, I'm really kind of sad because we're right back to square one again, except this time it wasn't, after 3 or 4 years of a little run. It's, after literally 1 season and, Butler's gone and I get it. He had to go and all that. But, man, this organization, I don't know.
Terrible.
It's going to take new ownership.
It will.
In my opinion. I love you, Glenn Taylor. Because honestly, if it was not for Glenn Taylor, they would be in New Orleans. They would be someplace else right now.
Oh, well.
Man, I just think he's too nice. I don't know if he really has it in his heart to give this coaching job to somebody other than Ryan Sanders. I don't know, man. I'm just perplexed, homies.
I want to move on.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's move on. It was funny. I'm like, here's all we need to know about the Timberwolves, and then we're on it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no shit.
11 minutes. I clocked it. 11 and a half minutes of my life we're never getting back.
All right. Well, moving on. Gronk. Big Gronk is done. I saw something on Facebook with the big question mark. Is he the best tight end to ever do it? I'm sure Shannon Sharp will have a lot to say on this on his Fox show. But I don't really care about best tight ends. Just give me your guys' thoughts, your initial thoughts on Gronk, what he's done over the past few years, and now does he go? Is he going to be an actor? Is he go on to movies? Is he going to be
That's weird.
Rock? Talk to me.
I don't think he's coming back. I mean, I think he'll have that moment where he's like, you know what, I can still do this.
Oh, sure.
But I think he's done. I think he wants to do movies. He got out because he's worried about getting concussions. So, which makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I can see him doing movies. I mean, I don't know how long that Tide Pod commercial is going to last for him now, but I think he can do movies.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He does little commercials. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's a very good actor. He'll do some cameos, and that's about it.
I don't know, man. I still think as far as like a dominating player, I don't think I've seen a guy take over a game just with like brute strength and just like mindset of I'm better than them, because it's just like he could have 2 guys on him. He's just like, I'm bigger. I'm stronger.
And I think he proved that this year too. In the playoffs. Look, it wasn't his best effort, but like Justin just said, man, there were a couple times where he just kind of willed himself to get that first down, to make that critical catch when it counts. And that's what, being part of these dynasty type of teams entails. So
the play he made against the Chiefs, man.
You're right. Yeah.
That just like, you're just like, wow. How do you even get your body to do that when you're this big lumbering oaf? Like you look at him, you're like, oh my God, he's a big meathead, and he can freaking play. He can move his body around, and you just put that ball up there, and he's going to snatch out of the sky with his size 13 hands. And it's just ridiculous what this guy has done just in a short span of time. I think he's at least top 5 best tight ends I've ever seen play. And I've seen a hell of a lot of good tight ends play. Never got to see a few like Kellen Winslow and a few of those guys. But, I mean, I got to see Shannon Sharp. I got to see, even Kelsey right now, Travis Kelsey. He might be one of the most pure athletes as far as like a tight end goes that I've seen. And But Gronk, I mean, who's better than him of all time? Like, if
I think Shannon Sharp is definitely up there.
Why not Witten?
But Shannon's got a couple rings too, though. I mean, that's the thing too. So he brings multiple rings to his argument. But outside of Shannon, just off of memory,
Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez
holds all the records and that kind of thing. But man, I don't know. I think Witten's dang good too. You just see what he was able. He was the meathead that would just remember that play where his helmet came off. And take the hit anyway. You're like, oh my god. So now when he's talking on some of those broadcasts, you remember back then and be like, oh, that's why he thought they were wearing red jerseys. He'd say that stuff. You'd be like, oh, that's right. He took a helmet to bare head hit 11 years ago.
That happens.
Oh man, Gronk. What I'm going to miss most is the post party stuff, the post Super Bowl parties. Seeing him just be drunk for 8 straight days. I'm going to miss that.
His retirement part is going to be pretty epic, I heard.
No, I'm sure. Well, congratulations, Gronk. Matt, it's time. Bracket challenge updates.
Hold on. Now, I was in something else, and I was expecting to do News of the Weird first, and then bracket challenge.
Go ahead.
All right, so we're going to read again. Story time.
All right, prepare yourselves there, eh? Here comes Geoffrey stumbling and bumbling his way through the News of the Weird there, eh?
So it's time for Geoffrey's News of the Weird. And I got
edit 10.
Shut up. I got not one, I got 2 of them. The first one, a man says, wow, police say man sprayed Axe in his mouth to cover up the smell of beer. Now, the Axe spray, by the way. A driver in South Carolina thought he would be able to get away with driving drunk by using Axe body spray to cover up the smell of alcohol after he got pulled over 49-year-old Efren Mancia Rodriguez was pulled over on Interstate 85 after speeding past a sheriff, swerving out of the lanes as well. As the sheriff walked towards the car, the driver sprayed Axe body spray in his mouth. The deputy also noticed a 12-pack opened and a bottle between his legs. By the way, you're not going to win if that happens. He did eventually get a breathalyzer and took a sobriety test. Obviously failed. His alcohol level was 0.15, nearly twice the legal limit. Facing charges, driving without a license, no proof of insurance, driving under influence, and open container violation. God, fucking people are just stupid. Just plain dumb. I don't know about you guys, but shoving a bottle of Axe body spray down my mouth is going to get the job done. You just don't do it. Right, Justin?
Correct. That is very correct, Matt.
Sorry, correct.
I was hitting my head up against the wall while you were freaking reading.
Everybody else out too. We'll laugh.
The greatest president that God ever created.
Ladies and gentlemen, calling direct from Washington, D.C., the President of the United States.
Wow, crazy.
This is crazy. Mr. President, welcome to the North Star Sports Podcast.
I'm really rich.
Well, we know that, sir. But again, thank you very much. What do you think about the Minnesota sports scene?
I will build a great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
Damn. That was nothing to do with Minnesota sports. Again, talk about his own. What, are you sure about that?
I'm sorry. I bought this Trump pin for my wife.
That's cute. I do. Justin doesn't give a shit. I see it.
Oh, I care. I'm posting I didn't realize our bracket challenge was updated.
Well, wait, okay. Let me finish this last story. and then we can talk about that. Marion, Indiana, a man was hospitalized after accidentally shooting himself in the penis. Mark Anthony Jones was carrying a 9mm handgun in his waistband without a holster. When the gun began to slip, the 46-year-old Jones reached to adjust the gun, causing it to fire. According to police, the bullet entered just above his penis, exiting through the scrotum. Jones does not have an Indiana handgun license, and his condition was not released. Prove that motherfucker's hurting. That's what he's doing. He's hurt.
The greatest president that God ever created.
Okay.
I'm having fun with my soundboard tonight. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Matty G.
No, whatever. You just take over the soundboard.
I'm guessing.
You know what? Next show, the Gov does the soundboard. How about that?
Okay, what? One thing you have?
How about we do one thing with that soundboard and we shove it up?
I got a whole bunch of buttons right here. You guys just can't hear them if I.
Yeah, we can hear them. Yeah, see, we can't even hear them.
Hold on.
That's better off.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I won't push no.
See?
Because of
Yeah, see, we can't even hear it. All right, should we do the bracket challenge?
Well, I wanted to say one thing about the guy that shot his wiener off.
Yeah,
he must have been. he must have taken a little too hard. What is that? Full Metal Jacket. This is my rifle. This is my gun. He got him confused. That was almost. That was almost on point.
Almost on point. All right. Let's do the bracket challenge.
It's the Sitcom Theme Bracket Challenge. Here's Matt Jeffrey.
So we are now into, I guess, the final four of our bracket challenge. And from last week, I guess it did not switch over because instead of putting a week, I put like 2 weeks instead. So I didn't really notice that until about a couple hours ago. I was like, oh, shit. I better check that. So anyways, our bracket is for the fourth round, the final four. Let's quickly go over the winners in the Fonzie Daisy Moses region. MASH versus Cosby's. And I'm sorry, Vince, a 5-3 victory for MASH. Just read what I see. Yell at me.
The greatest president that God ever created.
I love that he uses God. He even says God.
Don't brag. Next one. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus Full House. Full House wins 6-2.
I'm done. You guys finish the show. I'm out.
No, because you're recording.
None of those votes were no way.
And over into the Skipper and Urkel region, Cheers versus Growing Pains. Growing Pains with an upset victory, 5-3 over Cheers.
Bye.
I actually can't believe it beat Cheers.
I can't believe that either.
This is no.
I saw when I voted, I voted for Cheers or whatever just because I wanted Vince to have something, and I even voted. I brought it to 3-3 because Cheers was losing 3-2, and I tied it 3-3 by voting against my favorite. I don't think it's better. I just like the Growing Pains theme song because happy and sappy and white as fuck.
It is pretty white. Wow. Show me that smile, girl.
Show me that
coming out, people.
All right, so the Beverly Hillbillies. Okay, the Beverly Hillbillies versus
different type of show. Justin says no way, but if you're super white, are you?
We are super white.
Oh, Justin.
Great show.
It's just
great show. Don't get me wrong. I had my little thing for Tracy Gold growing up, and hey, mom could get it back.
Show.
Yeah, but theme songs, come on.
It can't beat, that's the thing. I was like, there's no way it can beat Cheers, and it did.
And it did. The Beverly Hillbillies versus the Facts of Life. Hillbillies win 5-3 over Facts of Life
in our white versus whiter region.
Pretty much the white versus even whiter. So I guess we'll do the winners. The final four: MASH versus Full House, and MASH is right now winning 1-0 over Full House.
I voted.
Is that what it was? Okay.
I'm the only vote so far.
It looks like it. And then in the whiter and whiter region, Growing Pains versus Billy Hillbillies, and Growing Pains is winning 1-0.
For Growing Pains for that one.
So that's your matchup for today, and we'll find out who's going to go head to head. I think next week when I have the votes, or when this bracket will be over. So Vince, if you still want to vote, go for it. Go to our Facebook page, vote today. I'll create a link for it again, and Twitter as well at North Star Sports Podcast. Yeah, that's it for that. Anything else?
It doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. It always counts.
Nah, man.
I love you.
Election 2000 all over again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Election 2000? Why were you so mad at 2000?
No, I was just saying the initial recounts and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man. I think our poll is just, for now, I'm just going to make sure Growing Pains wins so we get to hear that theme song.
Show me that smile, girl.
Show me that smile.
Something, I'm white as fuck.
And you don't even know the words. You're over here pimping this song like it's your first love, and you don't even know the words, bro.
I know the words.
You don't know shit about that song.
I know plenty of it.
Okay, show me that smile again. Let's go.
Show me that smile.
Show me that smile.
Don't waste another minute. Waste it. Trying.
We're all
facing through the years.
What?
The best is still yet to begin. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
I know the words, but just not.
That didn't sound good.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
I don't like any of that.
Waste another minute on your trying.
Okay, you can stop now.
No! It's in my head. It's in my head. We're all going to get a soundboard and we're just going to have a sound.
I mean, we probably could if you all really want to.
All I'm going to do is just quote Chris Farley the whole time. Like anytime you guys will be saying something.
Now, if you're doing your Chris Farley, I'm down with that. But man,
that's my only soundboard I have.
I am forever going to hold you accountable for this love of the Growing Pains theme song.
I figure people would vote against it because I like it. I was trying hard. I was trying hard to be okay, all 5 of our listeners, please help the black man out and vote for the black vote.
Black man. Black man.
I'm not in trouble today. It's your fault.
Oh.
I'm doing it on purpose.
There you go. The man from Malacca just feels he can trounce over us, my brothers. But rise up and let them know we ain't taking this shit, man.
We're not gonna take it. More white
Welcome
songs.
To the
we ain't gonna take it.
March on Malacca. Mom, that's right. I'm bringing the heat, baby. It's
March on Malacca.
The March on Malacca.
Oh, well. Let's get out of here. Let's get Vince to bed.
I'm hunting some white women, personally. But hey.
Go on.
Right.
Justin, yeah, you got to take more of them from us, too, right?
With the dynamite ender, Vince. Nice. All right, somebody close this shit.
Are we
out.
done? All right. Thanks to I guess we could be done. Thanks to the writers, producers, on-site engineer, otherwise known as all of us. We'll see you back, well, hopefully next week. You listen to the North Star Sports Podcast. Thank you for everybody listening on whatever device you may be listening to. We'll see you back next week. Bye.
Not so much here or here, but right here.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
You like that? You like that?
Now see that? That's the kind of winning attitude that's going to take this enterprise straight to the top.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Minnesota!
we'll probably sit around and cook some soups and eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy.
Nice. That was good. This is fun.
This is fun. This was fun.
Good, wholesome fun.
That's what you call a wire act.
On this show, everything's a wire act.
No?
Sure. You keep asking, why are they doing that?
Oh!